Hello again, everybody. Jim Hickey, also known as the @Bass Fishing Tips guy on Twitter, here with you today for a little information, an unboxing, if you will. Although technically speaking, it's not really an unboxing since I've already taken the stuff out of the package. But at any rate, it's March 15th, 2017. The last 24, 36 hours, we survived the nor'easter Stella, which happened to dump 18 plus inches of snow on us. We maintained power at this point, but it took out the internet, cable, and everything else. So I'm making this video, getting ready to post it here as soon as that all comes back online. But at any rate, just as Stella got here on Monday, it just started to show up on Monday, the precursors of it, the clouds and the first snowflakes. I got a really cool package from the folks at ReelSonar. And well, let's reflect back to 2016. I did a lot of fishing. I mean, over 100 days out casting. Now, the vast majority of those were from the shore. Yeah, there was a number of, I don't know, 15 plus trips out of my kayak, which I picked up halfway through the season last year. Um, but most of it was from the shore. And when I went out to, there's several spots in the area I can get to fairly quickly. So, these aren't long trips. I'm not talking about all day trips. I'm talking about a couple hours after dinner, a couple hours first thing in the morning. If you're out running errands in the middle of the day, stop for an hour or so, lunchtime, whatever the case may be. And by visiting these spots over and over again and working lures through the areas, I was able to learn a lot of things, where weed beds were, where hard objects were in the bottom, rocks or, sunken trees and what have you, etc. But, that's very time consuming. And it's really key to know those things because that's typically where you catch the fish, right? So I thought a lot about castable sonar systems, especially fishing out of the yak. I'm one of those people who wants to keep kayak fishing simple. I don't want a lot of, I'm not going to put dual screen, and I saw this the other day on a kayak, dual screens sonar units. Two different sonar units and a micro, what are those things? The power poles on the back of the thing. Way too much stuff. When you do that, you got to put on a trailer just way too much. It, in my mind, defeats the purpose. Now, all the power in the world, everybody gets to do their own thing. But to me, kayak fishing should be kind of like shore fishing. Keep it simple. What do you really need? And so the castable system really comes into play. So I looked at the various models that are out there by the different companies, looked at the reviews, talked to people, and decided that, they all have their pluses and minuses. A lot of people talked about drop signals, but that's with all of them. I have some thoughts on the reason why that might be, so I'll get to experiment that this year with the ReelSonar's version, iBobber. So it'll be pretty cool. But anyways, that's the way I decided to move forward. Plus, they have a few other items you can pick up for reasonable fees. The whole package of these three items I get is basically less than what some of those other units cost, or about the same as what some of those other units cost just in and of themselves. So what did I get in this package? Well, ta-da! First and foremost is the iBobber. And you can see one of the things that comes in its box is this little handy carrying pouch and the little iBobber itself. Kind of looks like a bobber, right? Okay, you get the upper side where this little charging rings on the top, and its downside where the little sensors where it turns on when it hits the water. You got the places to tie on. Really looking forward to this. And here, as soon as I can get out on the water, when things clear up, I'll show you how this all works. Of course, coming with that is the charging pod, the little bag, and of course the instruction booklet. It's all pretty cool. And that's the main thing that came from them. It was really cool. The next thing is something we all need, and that's a fisherman's plier, okay, from the folks at ReelSonar. One thing I like about this, it's directly tethered to the pouch. And when I tether this to my kayak, if it goes overboard, it'll all be secure, because I dropped a couple of pairs of pliers over the side last year. Fortunately, it wasn't the phone. Okay, so this is pretty cool. It has a little thing to lock it in place. If I can undo it now, there we go. And it's got some little devices up here with a fold-out file, a fold-out knife, places to, of course, to have the plier function, places to crimp things, even a little cutter down here for braids and other things. So a pretty little cool, handy device that you can tether to you or to your kayak, whatever the case may be. So I thought that was pretty cool and a pretty cool find. Okay, and the other thing that's really cool, because we all need one so we don't go telling stories, is a digital scale. and it goes up to almost 100 pounds. Has a built-in tape, so you want to get the length too. You can just pull out the tape and do that, because I always forget these sorts of things. Runs on a couple of AAA batteries, really cool. And the other thing it has to do, rather than just this hook thing to connect the fish to, which I always never like, because you either got to find some place to stick it through, or you put it under the gill plate by the lower jaw, and you're always worried about hurting the gills. It's got a little clip thing that you can add to it. Just slide it on. Whoops, slide it on. Attach your fish under spring pressure, hold it by the jaw, and you're all set. So I look forward to having that with me this year, both on the water and on land. So anyways, that's the deal. Pretty cool little package. I think if you add it all up, the basic iBobber is $100 at their full retail. The other stuff is about $20 each, so you're looking at less than $150, which again is, like I said, the cost of many of these other castable sonar units individually. Now the cool thing about the castable sonar units, period, and the iBobber in particular, it runs off Bluetooth, will sync with my smart device, which is with me at all times to document what I'm catching. So, you don't have extra cords, you don't have extra wires, all those other things that might come into play. So, the only thing you can really do from shore, be able to scan all those areas that it took me a long time to feel out with lures to figure out what was down there and get a better sense of what's down there. And when fishing out of the kayak, no extra wires. I can drop it over the side if I want to. If I pull into an area and I want to search it out before I make any casts, I can go make some casts with the iBobber first, put it away, and then go back to fishing. So a really cool deal in my estimation. Looking forward to using it. There'll be a series of videos coming out, or article posts, whatever the case may be. One talking about the different shore areas I fish and how it would help me in those areas better decipher what's out there, and then actually putting it into use, where I'll take it out and show you how to get it connected, what the results are, and then through the season I'll show you it in use as well. So looking forward to this, and it's going to be a pretty cool year adding this really cool tool to my arsenal and help me catch more fish in 2017. At any rate, hope you're having a great day. Hope it's not cold there. Hope it's getting warmer. Time for all this snow and ice to go away. Time to get the rods and reels out. And time to hit the water.